I'm going to try something I've been thinking about doing for a while, and I'm just going to call it Bible thumping. Bible thumping, okay? And I'm going to just read a chapter in the Bible. I'm going to start at Genesis and tell you what I think about it as I read through it, okay? And you just tell me if you like it, if you think it's worthwhile, whatever, okay? And I'm just going to comment on it as I go through it. And here's Genesis chapter 1. Here's where we start. Where do you think the world came from? Most of us think it's always been here. It hasn't. It had to start somewhere. Here's the history of the world starting. Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. There wasn't anything there. And in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Created everything. Verse 3, and God said, let there be light. And there was light. He spoke it into existence. And that word that he spoke took on flesh in Jesus of Nazareth later on in the Gospels, okay? God saw the light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. There was evening and there was morning the first day. Verse 6, then God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate the water from water. So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky. And there was evening and there was morning the second day. The vault's the sky, and it separated the water above the earth from the water from the earth. Sky. Verse 9, and God said, let the water under the sky be gathered in one place, and let dry ground appear. And it was so. And God called the dry ground land, and he gathered waters, and the gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it according to their various kinds. And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seeds in accordance with their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning the third day. And God said, let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them serve as signs to mark sacred times of days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, the lesser light to govern the night. What would that be? That'd be the moon for the night and the sun for the day. Okay. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening and there was morning the fourth day. And God said, let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of sky. And God created the great creatures of the sea and every living thing with which the water teems and that moves about in it according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth. And there was evening and there was morning the fifth day. And God said, let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, the wild animals, each according to its kind. And it was so. And God made the wild animals according to their kinds, and livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make mankind in our image. We're made in the image of God. And we got out of the image of God by sinning. And you know what he does now? He restores us to that by Jesus. That's the whole thing, to be recreated, to be closer to God, to be more like God, so that they may rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. He put us on earth to run the place. You know, we're supposed to rule over the earth. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. We're made in the image of God. Why? So we can know him, so we can have a relationship with him. And he made us as male and female. That's the nature of creation. That's what God created, male and female. Nothing else. and everybody's one or the other, okay? God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And I will, and to the beasts of the earth and all the birds in the sky and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food. And it was so. Gave us the plants for the food. That's what we're supposed to eat at the first. Later on, he'll let us start eating meat. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. Created the whole world in 6 days. That's the history of the world's creation. A lot of people don't like that because it's simple, but it's not really that complicated. God spoke the world into existence. Genesis chapter 1, a little Bible thumping. Hope you subscribe, hit the bell, give me thumbs up, make comments. Help me get this out to as many people as I can. I'll talk to you soon.